Hello friends, welcome you all. Today we are going to discuss the second part of the open architecture in bank assurance. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the what is open architecture in bank assurance. In short, we can say that open architecture in a bank assurance means tie-up with many insurance companies which are in different types of insurance business such as life insurance, general insurance, etc. There were some limitations on banks for tie-up with many insurance companies which offer different types of products which currently suits to the customer's needs. With the open architecture in bank assurance, bank have more freedom to tie up with different insurance companies, and open architecture in bank assurance with to three life insurer, general insurer and health insurer, each and new models like insurance marketing firm which allow established agent advisor to sell product of two life insurers could change the way consumer can interact with these distributors. In a summary, we can say that there were the limitations to tie up with insurance companies for banks, and now in the open architecture in bank assurance, the bank can tie up with many insurance company and can sell different types of product and can work with different insurance agent. But in previous scenario, the bank have limitations on the selling of products of limited product to the customers, and some mis-selling things happen because of the product which is not suited to the customer, which is sold to the customer, and here the interest of customers uh, is not the prime thing. It was not the prime thing in earlier structure of insurance bank assurance business. But now in case of open architecture of bank assurance, the product which is suited to the customer, the bank can offer that, and bank can tie up with different type of insurance companies and can work as a agent distributor for different types of insurance companies. Under open architecture, customer will have the choice to pick a plan that best fit their requirements, since life insurance solution of more than one company will be available through a single bank distributor. The customer will also have the option to mix and match the products of two life insurance providers to come up with a unique and powerful solution that best suits her life stage need. The concept is similar to a multi-brand showroom that allows a customer to choose the best out of the collection of brands available under the one roof. We can say that open architecture in bank assurance is like a multi-brand showroom in which customer can pick up any type of product which is like to him or which is best suitable to him. Like that, in the open architecture of bank assurance, the bank can offer different types of product of different insurance companies so that the bank can fulfill the need of the customer, and customer also can pick up the best plan which is fit their requirement in life insurance and non-life insurance also. Some cases of open architecture: India is the largest life insurance corporation of India, that is LIC, has signed an agreement with private sector lender Axis Bank as its bank assurance partner some times ago. This was one of the biggest tie-up post April 1st when the new corporate agency norms came into being. This joins the several other types made by banks with multiple insurers, bringing into reality open architecture of bank assurance in insurance. Norms have been revised under which corporate agents like banks are allowed to tie up with three life, three non-life, and three standalone health insurance company. Earlier, the bank assurance model meant that bank could only sell product of one life, one non-life, and one standalone health insurer. Here, in a summary, we can say that the earlier structure of bank assurance model was a bank could only sell product of one life insurance company, one non-life insurance, and one standalone health insurance. But in case of this open architecture of bank assurance, bank can have three life insurance companies, three non-life, and three standalone health insurance companies. Means total nine company insurance companies can be tied up with bank, and these nine companies products can cover most of the needs of the customer. So this is the benefit of open architecture. After several round of discussion with insurer who had expressed appreciation over opening up their exclusive bank partners network to multiple insurers, consensus was achieved. Unlike earlier draft norms where banks were asked to mandatorily open up and reduce business from any single insurer, the final norms said that banks had an option of tying up with up to 9 insurers, including life, non-life, and health insurance. Both private banks as well as public sector banks have shown interest in making multiple tie-ups. For instance, Tata AIG in General Insurance has entered into corporate agency non-life insurance agreement with public sector lender Bank of Baroda to distribute multiple general insurance product to its customers. Earlier, Star Health Insurance and Bank of Baroda entered into a corporate agency agreement today to market Star Health product across the bank's branches across the country. Bank of Baroda has been among the most active among the public sector bank with respect to the tie-ups. It also tie-up with standalone health insurer Max Bupa to offer the latter's health insurance offering to the bank customer base spread across the country. Apart from Axis Bank, other private banks have also entered into multiple tie-ups. In May 2016, IndusInd Bank announced that it has entered into a tie-up with Reliance General Insurance to distribute its insurance product across all its bank branches. It was one of the first private sector bank agreement signed after the new corporate agents norms came into being. Data shows that the bank insurance market size was rupees 9,500 crore in financial year 2014, and it grew to more than rupees 11,000 crore in financial year 2015, and now it is very much, we can consider that very much higher figure in 2020 also, driven by large unit linked insurance policy sale. There is still a large scope since public sector banks with more than 400 million accounts have an insurance penetration of just over 1%. You can imagine here what is the scope for bank assurance, because there are 400 millions accounts, and only just 1% have the entered into the insurance sector. have the insurance penetration. It is estimated that increase of penetration in the public sector banks alone to 15% can add 50 million customers and generate additional 60,000 crore in life insurance premium in the next 5 years. Opening of all bank branches to multiple insurers is still some time away, though the insurance regulator has said that Bank of Baroda must give out their plan to open up their branch network to multiple insurers. The aim is that no one bank can remain an insurer's exclusive partner. However, the multiple types, the liabilities also rise. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India has said that the bank and its employees would be responsible for any insurance sale made, and hence if any mis-selling complaints arise, they can be called into question. In a recent directives to banks and non-banking financial companies, IRDAI, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, has said that they should strengthen their process to discourage forced selling or mis-selling. It is emphasized that refunding the money or allowing the customer to change the mode of payment or plan is not the solution for this vexatious issue, that is mis-selling or forced sale. Instead, the banks, NBFCs should have a system which should proactively detect the discourage such kind of mis-selling, forced selling or wrong selling, the regulator said. Here is one case we are going to discuss. DBS Bank launches open architecture on a single platform with Tata AI Life, Birla Sun Life and Aviva Life. So here bank have tie-up with these three insurance companies, that is Tata AI Life, Birla Sun and Aviva Life Insurance. DBS Bank of India, Singapore's largest bank and a leading bank in Asia, today officially announced the launch of its unique open architecture model. This is the actually I'm discussing the news related to this is the old news, but I have taken it as it is to discuss the one case of DBS Bank. It announced the launch of its unique open architecture model on single platform in the life insurance segment by expanding its strategic partnership with two new partners in Tata AI Life Insurance, Birla Sun, and addition to the Aviva India Life. This makes the DBS the first bank in the country to adopt the new open architecture model, with three life insurer on a single platform, giving its client the freedom to choose using an analytics driven, intelligent and interactive process. The move follows the guidelines issued by the IRDA in 2015, allowing corporate agents including banks to partner with to three insurer in each the segment of life, general and health insurance. This is the news I have copied all because this was the first incident in India in case of open architecture in a single platform. Some of the key benefits this platform offers to DBS Bank customers are: help prioritize individual financial needs and long-term goals, matches the best suited product from each of the three insurers against their needs and milestones. Review key features and benefits explained in a simple and easy to understand manner. Empowers them to choose a plan with a premium and tenure with best suit their requirements. So friends, that is from my side. Thanks for watching. We have discussed in this today's lecture the what is the open architecture in the bank assurance. Then some cases we have discussed about the bank assurance, open architecture in bank assurance, and at the last we have seen the first case of open architecture in India. So thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.